Assalamu alaikum. So what's up, my dear students? Hopefully you're all doing very well during the danger of COVID-19 virus, and it's a special moment for me. Do you know why? Because you are the fresh blood in our college, and in every cases I enjoy this day when I'm going to get the new students every year with a new session. So I would like to congratulate you for two things. What? The first one is you have made a brilliant result in the SSC exam, and also the second one is you have got yourself admitted in Agriculture University College. So this is a great achievement for you so far. Well, I can say it's a new journey for you, remember, and this journey is quite different from your SSC journey. There you had a 10-year journey for the SSC exam, but now you'll have to be very, very serious from the very beginning, because it's a huge task to do before you. So my dear students, hopefully you're all doing well at home, staying safe with your family. But you know, we should not stop our duty. During this crisis period, we have to keep going on, because already we have lost 2 or 3 months of your session, but there is nothing to do. It's not on us. We are in a lockdown situation now, but still you have an opportunity given by Agriculture University College, who are giving a lot of facilities for you as the online classes in English. Hopefully you are all participating, okay? Try to participate more and more. I would like to request you that please share the classes for other viewers, okay? Whoever you are in live now, please share the class. Well, you are in the right place, guys, because this college, our college especially, is an amazing one, because here each and every teachers are dedicated to the students. Here the officials are dedicated for the students. Here we have a very, very special governing body that is formed by Agriculture University, and they are active enough to make you ready for your upcoming challenge. So all of us, including you people, are the part of this AUC family. You are the part, and now we have to all work hard together for two destination or objective or aim. What you say? The first one, we have to achieve another GPA 5 in the upcoming HSC examination for you. And the second one is we also have to be prepared for the admission test also, because after passing the HSC exam, no one will ask you that what GPA you got in the SSC or what GPA you got in the HSC. Nobody will ask. Then you'll be only asked that which university you are reading on, which university you have got admitted, or medical or BUET or so forth, like this. Okay, you are brave, and I know you are brilliant and you are all talented enough, because I got to know that all the A+ students in this year has been admitted in our college. So we have a very talented, smart, lovely people before us. Okay, let's get to the point now. Today it's an introductory class, okay? So nothing serious and not very topics related discussion, okay? Just being introduced with you. Although if we can be face to face, it would be better, but still I can see you, but you can see me. I'll give my introduction at the later part of the class, okay? Not now, but what we are going to do today is Before driving a car, you have to know the procedures to drive. Before doing anything, you have to know the methods or steps to control it. So this is about English. Do you love English, everybody? Hopefully I think so, you love English, and you have to love English, because I have to say another thing here, that is in the HSC level, especially the science students, you don't care about English because you are so much busy with some other subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, etc. But English is not so easy in this stage, and getting GPA 5 or getting grade point 5 is very difficult in English, and if you are not in touch from the very beginning, it will be a disaster for you, because without the good GPA in English, you'll suffer a lot in future, because if you are going for higher educations, you are going for abroad, then you need a better GPA in English. So hopefully you have to work from today for getting another GPA, I can say grade point 5 in English, okay? And that is why we are with you here. And today I'm going to make you guys introduced with the syllabus, okay, of the second paper for the HSC exam, okay? And so what about the syllabus? Hopefully the second paper, we are sure that we are having 100 marks for second paper syllabus, okay? And this total 100 marks is divided into two parts. The first part is grammar, and there will be 60 marks for you. And in that case, there will be 12 questions. Each of them will carry 5 marks, and this 12 into 5 is equal to 60. And this 60 marks is very, very important for you, because it would be a trump card for you. How? If you can score 60 out of 60, then it will be easy to get get A plus in English, make up in your first paper or the writing parts, whether there is any deficiency, okay? Can you understand me? Yes, I'm not speaking English very fast. Just for you, I'm slowing down sometimes, but you should be habituated with English, and you should be good at language. If you are good at language, if you can do a better performance in speaking or listening, the writing and reading is automatically with you. By the way, okay, let's move to the syllabus now. 100 marks I told you, so 60 marks in grammar. So today I'll just show the things, nothing details, show the samples of the second paper syllabus. So question number one, that is, we'll get articles for 5 marks. That is not quite new to you, okay? You have gone through articles for many, many times before this period, okay? So I have written something, some points, that whenever we find articles in the HSC exam question paper, what we have to do, okay? The first, we are making an action plan, okay? So the first thing is, you have to get some basic rules of articles. You can see here in the poster paper, and you already have gone through many rules in the previous SSC exams. They will be again repeated, and there will be some new rules also for articles provided by us to cope with the intermediate syllabus. So the first one is basic rules. Second thing is context. What do you mean by context? That is the sense of the passage. Okay, there will be 10 gaps for articles in this question in a continuous passage. Okay, to fill up those 10 gaps, you will get 4 options. That is, whether it could be A or N or the, and in some gaps there will require no article. Okay, so in that case you have to put a cross on that gap. So for these 10 gaps, you have to know the basic rules, context, the meaning of the passage, also sometimes runs the articles, and you have to know some phrases. Those are not dominant by rule, but some uses in language. Okay, we have got the first thing here. Now, Let's see a sample question for article. I haven't written the full passage, but here I have written A, B like this, C, okay, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to 10 gaps will be here, okay. So first one here, Robbie is just according to rule we know. I'm not going details, just sample. The name of any person will not followed by an article before, okay. So here is cross, and then B number, one-eyed boy. Okay, we know all that. Normally O is a vowel, so we have to put an before it, but when it is pronounced as wa, then we can't put an article before it. Then there is the rule that here will be A. Okay, then in the C number gap, you can see what's happening there. In dash long run. Okay, and you will put here D, because there is no rules. There is no rules or no specific steps or methodology. Here, in the long run is a phrase, and automatically in that phrase the D is present. So there we have to put D. So to get good marks in articles, what you have to do, you have to know the basic rules, you have to be clear about the context by practicing it a lot, and finally you have to get knowledge for some phrases, and we will provide you those phrases that is needed for article. Hopefully there are 65 or 70 phrases you have to know, and that is also important for admission test questions. Okay, so question number 1 was articles. Now what will be with question number 2 of grammar? There will be prepositions, and also is carrying 5 marks. So what we should do, that first we should get knowledge of some appropriate prepositions. Appropriate prepositions means fixed preposition with word according to language. Just say, when we say depend, what comes next? On, okay, or upon. If you said hanker, what comes on? After. Like this, there are some words in English, those have always fixed prepositions with them, and that's why we call them appropriate prepositions. And I will serve you important appropriate prepositions for your HSC exam. You have to memorize those prepositions, because this kind of preposition doesn't follow any rules, that just related to the word placed before it. As I said, depend on, provide with, like this. Okay, preposition will also contain 10 gaps. So those 10 gaps we have to get idea about a preposition. Second one, rule-based preposition. Some prepositions are put there by rules. There are some techniques we'll discuss you in the details class of preposition. Finally, here is written number C, group verbs. Group verbs are also important for those 10 gaps in the prepositional question. Okay, and here number C, you also have to get some phrases here, because in that 10 gaps of preposition, not all time rules are okay. Rules are enough. You have to know phrases, you have to know appropriate prepositions, and you have to know rules, and you have to go to the context of the passage. Then you can get the 10 marks filled with proper preposition and get 5 marks in it. Okay, don't panic, don't be in tension. We will make you everything easy when we are just discussing those topics in details. Okay, let's see the sample question here. Robin was born dash 1970. This is a rule-based preposition. We know in any kind of year, season or month we have to put in, so that here 1970 is a year, so that we have put in before it. And then he is deprived dash rights. This is an example of appropriate preposition, that is deprived, always follow of. Okay, so this kind of preposition you have to know. I'll give you the list in the next class when I will discuss about preposition in details. And here is another thing, preposition, in order dash come back. And look at this gap. I have to put here to. Why? Is there any rules? No. Is there any appropriation? No. in order to is a phrase, and it has automatically to with it, and so that you have to put there to. So can you understand why we have to know some phrases also? That is, we have to be more accurate in answering prepositional questions. Thank you very much. The third one is special use of words and phrases. The topic name is the special use of word and phrases, and it is also for 5 marks in your exam. Okay, special use of words or phrases. What will happen there? Just see a sample question. Here I have given a box. Okay, you will find the box in the exam question. There will be 10 phrases given in the box. I have given here only 2 because it's not possible to write everything here. And here in the box we are finding have to and would you mind. Okay, so you have to know the functions of 30 or 32 phrases or words, and whenever we are teaching you, I will give you those 30 and 32 phrases and words which will be here in the box. And here will be 10 phrases like this: have to, would you mind. You have to know the function, have to know the meaning, and have to know the rules or structures to maintain them. Then look at below here. A, B here, dash helping me. B, we dash work hard. First question, dash helping me. You have to put a phrase from here in that, that gap. And according to the need rules. Okay, have to. What is the function of have to? Yes, it, it expresses our duty, what to do, or, our obligations in some cases, what to do. So, we use have to, that's we must need to do. Okay, so which sentence will match with this have to? I write that at the B number, we dash work hard. Yes, this is we have to do. So here we are putting have to. And here is another phrase, would you mind. It expresses polite request of human being. Okay, so another trick is would you mind is also followed by verb plus ing. So obviously we can put here would you mind helping me. This is a polite request. So like these 2 phrases, you will have 10 phrases given in a box and 10 sentences. Okay, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, like this, and in every gap you have to put the proper phrase or word from the box given above. Thank you very much. Well, a lot of discussions. Hopefully you are with us, and I am thanking again who are participating. Please share the class, then your friends can get it more and more. By the way, number 4, question number 4, completing sentence. It is quite, you have done it before also. And look what we have to do here. A, structure. We have to manage the structure. Okay, let's talk about the question. There will be 10 sentences to complete. In the exam, 10 sentences, okay? And each will contain 0.5 marks, and that will be converted into 5. So, what about completing sentence? You will get a part or first part of the sentence, then you have to fill up the second part. Sometimes there will be a second part of the sentence is given and you have to fill up the first part. Okay, sometimes there are 2 parts on the 2 sides and you have to complete the phrase or words or anything in between those 2 parts of the sentence. Arthat, we are saying the gaps will be after the sentence, before the sentence, or in between 2 parts of a sentence. Okay, so on that case you have to get successful. You have to always maintain or manage the proper structure of the sentence, and then you have to be aware of tense, that the tense is running on rightly. Fine, and then think about the meaning. Just you are completing sentences, maintaining your structure, maintaining your tense, but the meaning is not in the slot. It will not be okay. So let's have a discussion here about, I have just given one sample question here. There will be 10, but let's see what's happening here. Very common rule from the very beginning. We went to Cox's Bazar so that. You have seen this type of sentence before a lot. So here is the gap and we have to complete it. So the first thing, you have to maintain the proper structure. Whenever you are going to maintain the proper structure, I will, if I write like this, we went to Cox's Bazar so that we enjoy it. This is the answer, okay? But not correct. Why? Because it hasn't maintained the proper structure. If you have to put here something, you have to say, we went to Cox's Bazar so that we could enjoy. I have written here, we could enjoy. So the structure is okay and the tense is okay, because in the first part we have found went, it will contain could. Alright, but here if I wipe this and if anybody writes this, we can enjoy, at the filling of the gap, we can enjoy, that will not be correct. Why? Because tense is not maintained in the two parts of the sentence. So in completing sentence, what we have to do? We have to get going with the proper structure. We have to maintain tenses in the two parts of the sentence. And finally, we have to maintain the meaning that is, that is right and fine. Good. And I have to say another thing, in some completing sentence, we'll get some proverbs. Okay, we have to memorize 40 to 50 proverbs, very important for the exam. And then there will be like this, we can say something is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing. It's a proverb, okay? So if there is one part is given, you have to fix the accurate part. There we have no chance to give answer from ourselves. That we have to just, balance the proverbs on their two sides. Okay, don't worry. We are just seeing the samples today. And in your regular class, after this introductory class, we'll be on details on that, okay? And somebody of you are thinking that we are all the way going through English, we are not understanding. Don't worry. When I will go to my topics class, I will also mix my language in Bangla, no problem. Okay, let's go today with English because it's the first class and I know you people love English very much. Okay, good. Then the next question, okay? Let us see. Right form of verbs, okay? And for this, you have to manage your tenses very smartly. There are some conventional rules of right forms of verb. You have to know. There are some context, that means what sense the passage is running on. And finally, you have to be good at conjugation of verbs. Conjugation means the strong verb, weak verb, zero. Whenever we write answers, what we do? Sometimes we make mistakes like this. When I say here that pay, all right? So you are writing the past participle like this, paid. It's not correct. Actually, what is the past participle form of pay? That is paid. So I find whenever I go to, evaluate the exam copy of the board question, I find a lot of mistakes in this conjugation of verb. Okay, in the right forms of verb class, we'll discuss it more, explanatory. But now just get the sample question here. Here will be also 10 gaps and you have to fill up with proper form of verb there. I have given an just sample here. He dashed to college daily. It's daily, it's managing the tense, which tense, present indefinite tense, and as the subject is third person singular number, we are giving here goes. Okay, if the passage has started with present tense and all the actions will be in most cases present tense, so let's follow or let's continue. He dashed Korim, and it is also, there is no daily like this, there is no indication, but we are understanding according to the context that this sentence will also run into present indefinite because with the relation with the previous one. And so we are again writing takes. Fine. Having dash school. So in this gap we are finding a word that is finished, and there this part is from the conventional rules of right form of verb. That is, we always have to put a past participle form after having. Yes, so we have to say having finished. Okay, so like this, and you have to get here also 10 gaps. You have to be a little bit hurry because many things to discuss, but time is limited. Okay, come here. Number 6, changing sentence, which you know most popularly as transformation of sentence. Okay, and what you have to do there are 5 tasks. We'll go details in the class, and that is you have to change affirmative to negative, or sometimes negative to affirmative. You have to change assertive to interrogative, sometimes the reverse one also. You have to change exclamatory sentence to assertive. Also you have to do the opposite thing. And look, in that changing sentence you'll get degree changes, that mean positive, comparative, superlative, making them. And then number 5 is active, passive. Okay, you will given there to make active to passive, or sometimes passive to active. And finally, simple, complex, compound. Okay, and these parts will contain a continuous passage in your question. There will be 5 sentences underlining, and in the bracket there will be the instructions that what form you have to make. Okay, and that is about changing sentence. So number 7, question number 7, we find speech changing or narration. Okay, you also know about it, but still you making a lot of mistake, and we'll go through the details in our classes. Okay, finally, what we have to do in speech changing or narration, we have to do direct to indirect, but a new thing here is in the intermediate syllabus there are few questions that will ask you they will give you a passage in indirect, and you have to make that passage to direct. That means the opposite direction is also in a provision of HSC syllabus. Okay, number 8 question, what will be there on grammar? There is pronoun referencing. Okay, pronoun referencing will contain 5 marks. This is quite new item too, I think so. And what will happen there, let's see. In pronoun referencing, we'll get a passage, all right? And in that passage, there will be some mistakes of pronoun, or some obscure pronoun, that means unclear pronouns given in 5 places. How many places? 5 places. Remember, in that passage, there will be no underline. Okay, so going through the passage, reading the passage, you have to find the correct pronouns. That means which are incorrect there, you have to identify. After that, you have to make the incorrect pronouns correct. So the first action in pronoun referencing is correcting pronouns, and the second action is clearing pronouns. That means some pronouns are not quite grammatically mistaken, but there will be a clearance. That means clear the pronoun with specific nouns or words. Okay, so I'm giving you a sample question here. You'll have a little bit idea, but don't worry. We are just giving samples today. The stock is behind, and we'll get it in our scheduled classes. Look at it. Sample question: Robin and Salma are siblings. Okay, siblings, so he is happy. Look at this. What's going on? We said in the previous sentence, Robin and Salma. So that is not singular sense, that is plural sense. So we cannot put he here. So if you have to indicate Robin and Salma, you have to just cut this and say they. So we have corrected the pronoun, all right, like this. And then he is happy, we said they are happy. One day I visited them and Kamal. So here is a pronoun, you see them, but it's not so clear who. And then we have to put here in place of them Robin and Salma. Okay, I visited Robin and Salma and Kamal. It's okay. And so don't worry, it's a new topics. I'll have a magic technique of pronoun referencing in my topics discussion class, and you will find it so easy. We are just giving out here the samples, nothing else. Okay, listen. In pronoun referencing, there will be the passage. Whenever you are going to answer that in the answer script, you have to rewrite the passage, read the passage again. Okay, rewrite the passage again, and then wherever you have corrected your pronouns, wherever you have cleared your pronouns, you have to put underlines in those answers. Or that means on that passage you have to underline the answers. Okay, don't worry. In the scheduled class of pronoun referencing, you will be more clear. So question number 9, modifiers. And here you have to know about some pre-modification, you have to go about some post-modifications. Alright, I want to say, just showing you the sample question. Look at this very carefully. Sundarban is a dash place, alright? And in your question, there will be sentences like this. And after the gap, there is a bracket you see. In that bracket, what is written? Pre-modify with adjective, alright? Okay. So, when you are said pre-modify, that means you have to modify the word immediately after the gap. Okay. So, after the gap, the word is place. And we have to said, but we are asked to modify place. Sundarban is a dash place. Pre-modify with what? We said with adjective. That means you have to say good or bad of that thing. We can say the state of that thing. We can say the condition of that thing. So if we write Sundarban is a nice place. What? Nice place. It will be correct. Remember, there is no fixed answer. If anybody writes beautiful place, that will be also accepted. So, in modifier, there are two types of question, pre-modifying and post-modifying. And we have to know about 11 pre-modifiers and 8 post-modifiers in our schedule class. Then, we have to know the functions of those modifiers, then we'll be successful. Okay. Finally, see an example of post-modifying action. Robin is very dash post-modify with adjective. Yes, that means in the aforesaid sentence, what happened? We have modified the word after the gap. But if we asked here post-modify with adjective, okay, we have to modify the word before the gap. Okay, we have to say about Robin here. So Robin is very with what adjective? Many things. We can say honest, we can say nice, we can say beautiful. That depends. But listen, when modifying questions will be in your HSC exam, there will be a passage. So the answers will be dependable on the sense of the passage. Okay. If Robin is not a good man according to the passage, you cannot write Robin is honest. Okay. If Robin is a bad boy according to the passage, you cannot write Robin is a nice boy. So the passage will lead you what we have to do, what you have to do with modifiers. Thank you. So 10, question number 10, sentence connectors, and in other words, we can say linkers. There are some sentence connectors. Here we'll also find 10 gaps, and we have to fill up each gaps with the proper connecting words. Look at this. A number, what I have said, function and uses of different connectors. You have to be aware of it. B number, context. That means here, more than grammatical rules, you have to be focused on the meaning of the passage. Okay. Here you are not getting a sample question because you'll not understand this. We'll be keeping this thing for the schedule class. Good. Next, synonyms, antonyms at 11. And what happened? You should develop your vocabulary stock. Alright? And Your vocabulary will be now developed according to the first paper textbook. Have you brought it? Yes, the English for today. And that textbook will be gone through thoroughly. And these synonym antonym type questions appear more from that textbook questions. Okay, textbook passages, textbook words. Good. So here synonym antonyms, I have given you two functions to do. First one, increase word stock, and B number, context. Yes, what is context again? Sense of the passage, right? So I have given a sample question for synonym antonym here. The question will be like this. There will be a passage given first. The place is beautiful. We are interested. Guess it's a passage. I have written only 2 lines, but there will be a passage with 10 gaps. How many? 10 gaps. So here we found 2 gaps. One is under beautiful, another is under interested. So after giving the passage in your question, what will happen? These words will be down. A, B, C, D. Look at this. Beautiful. A. B number. Interested. And in the bracket there is an instruction. Antonym. In the second bracket there is an instruction. Synonym. That means you have to write the antonymous form of beautiful. You have to write the synonym of interested. Okay. And listen, whenever you answer these questions, you have to write the whole thing, put an arrow, and write down the correct answer. That means you have to write the whole thing. Beautiful, first write, then keep the bracket, antonym, then give an arrow. And what is the antonym or opposite word of beautiful? Many words. As there is a suitable word, we can take it. Okay, but another thing, you have to maintain the form. That is, the main word beautiful is an adjective. If you write the synonym, you have to write it in adjective form. So if you have to write the antonym, also in that case. Look at this, beautiful. I am writing here. Answer, ugly. Okay, all right. Then interested. It is a synonym to written. What is the synonym of interested? Many things. Keen, eager. All right. So developing word meaning will make you special on this occasion. Finally, number 12, that is punctuation and capitalization. So much like kids. Okay, we have to go there, and you have to know the function of the punctuation marks used in English as full stop, comma, semicolon, like this. And then sometimes there will be something with capitalization. That means wherever to use block letters, wherever to use small letters. Okay, I am given here a sample question, that is, Robin, are you ready? What is missing? It's an interrogative sentence, so there is the sign that is missing. The question will be like this, and then whenever you answer it, you should underline at your answer, under your answer. And lastly, here we find another thing. Tom, yes, let's go. So of the punctuation question, there will be a dialogue based passage sometimes normal passages, so that doesn't matter. You just focus on where's the punctuation mark is missing and where's the capitalization is needed. You have to know it. And then here, yes, I am giving comma, and here also let missing an apostrophe. Okay, and here I am also underlining. So in this case, you will have 10 problems in the passage, and each of them will contain 0.5 marks, and it will convert it to 5. Thanks. My dear students, probably you are tired. I was speaking too much because it's a huge one, okay? And finally, the second part of the passage of the second paper syllabus, the first 12 questions will contain 60 marks in grammar, and part B is the composition part. What will appear here? Number 1, formal letters or email. it will take 8 marks. Number 2, report writing, there will be another 8 marks. Number 3, writing at the top. Paragraph writing. And number 4, we can say short composition. So paragraph will contain 10 marks and short composition will make you answer for 14 marks. So I can state again that in the composition part you will have 4 topics. Number 1 is formal letter or formal email writing. Number 2, there will be a report writing situation for you as a journalist. Okay, there will contain 8 marks again. And number 3, paragraph writing for 10 marks. Finally, you'll have to finish with a short composition and you'll get there 14 marks to do. Don't worry, this part is some things you have to do special. And whenever we are discussing in our scheduled classes, look, this composition part makes us makes the negative impression sometimes in answering, because in this part we can get full marks. So we have to try our utmost to get the highest marks and be careful not reducing so marks from this part. Okay, then it will be easy to get A+, my dears. Okay, finally I will tell you how to write a standard report writing. Many of you have good sense in English, I believe. Okay, many of you memorize things, I believe. But whether you have good sense, you have to know the strategy. Not only good sense will help you, but also you need strategy to do. And I will just teach you the strategies. That means how to write a standard formal letter, how to write a standard paragraph, how to write a standard report writing, and how to write a standard composition to get the highest marks in that cases. Okay, so guys, from the discussion today is just introductory, and we are just making you introduced with their syllabus. And so what you have seen, you have to be serious from now. Don't waste your time with television, with the internet, with social media. Okay, yes, I agree that you should not go to reading or studying all the way long, but you have to maintain your regularity. That means if you just junk your things, or that means if you keep your studies pending, then it will be a disaster. You can't complete it before the HSC exam anymore, because it's a different stage, HSC exam and an admission test over there. Oh, that's the good news. That will also teach you the admission test style questions in English. So if you are attentive, if you are sincere, if you are regular, if you keep faith on Agriculture University and the teachers, I believe you will be successful in the long run, what we have said as a phrase. So my dear students, at the last moment, it's time to say goodbye. But before that, I am giving my introductions away. I am BM Abdullah Rani, and this nickname is most popular in science. I am working as a lecturer in this college for about 10 years. Okay, and of course, we are dealing with English. I am also a teacher trainer of Mymensingh Division, HSTTI. I am a taught trainer of teachers or English of the 2012 curriculum in the HSC. And I am also acting as a part-time ELT teacher in Mymensingh Medical College too. And the most important thing, let out everything out. Let's get everything away. I am mainly dedicated to the students of Agricultural University College, and I want to serve you the highest thing. Okay, time to say goodbye, and I hope you will stay safe and sound up to the upcoming class. Oh, another thing, please make a notebook only for English, and there will you write what you need in English. Okay, but don't mix that notebook with physics, chemistry, biology, just individually for English. Okay, and whatever you are doing in this online campaign, I will finish the grammatical parts of these 12 items because it's easy. It's not very easy for you to do. And finally, I have to say that you are always safe and sound, maintaining social distance. Okay, be careful about the COVID-19 out there. I'll pray for you, and thank you very much. Have a nice day, everybody.